Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I wanted to share my top tips for transitioning your skin from summer into fall so that you can have beautiful skin even though the weather's changing, there's a lot less humidity in the air, we're spending more time indoors with the heat on, which of course dries out our skin a bit. And so these are going to be ways that you can winter-proof your skin so that you can have great skin even during the drier months of the year. So let's get started with tip number one, which is to continue using your sunscreen into the fall. I know that if you follow me, most of you are using sunscreen every single day, all year round. You know how important it is, but I never miss a chance to reiterate how important sunscreen is, and especially using it every day, winter, summer, spring, fall, because the sun's rays cause 90% of the visible signs of aging on our skin. They can come right through windows, into your car, into your house, and so those UVA rays, the damaging rays of the sun, are with you all the time. So it's not just summertime that you need to use your sunscreen. So fall is a great time to just continue using your sunscreen, or if you don't really use one, to start using one so that next spring you're in the habit of doing it every single day. And I think just building a habit of putting on your sunscreen in the morning after you wash your face and do your skincare is the best way to get it into your routine and just have it be something that is kind of a no-brainer. You've got your sunscreen there lined up with your other products and you just put it on every single morning. There are so many great sunscreen formulas out now. They can be nice and hydrating, so they can help to keep your skin hydrated this time of year. One that's especially great for this time of year where your skin can become a little bit more dry is the undefined R&R sun serum. This is an SPF 50 with a PA++++ rating, which means that it blocks the maximum percent of UVA rays, and those are of course the aging rays. And this is so great because it's kind of like a dry oil sunscreen, but it's still really lightweight. It doesn't feel greasy on your skin, and it's very, very hydrating. So if you have dry skin or normal skin or even combo skin, I have combo skin and I wear this with no problem, and it really does help to keep my skin nice and hydrated. This is also a mineral sunscreen, and mineral sunscreens can be much more soothing to irritated skin than some chemical sunscreens can be, especially the chemical sunscreens we have here in the US that can be a little bit irritating on the skin. So this is a great one. Another hydrating tinted mineral sunscreen that I love is EltaMD UV Elements SPF 44. This is another really great one that was developed by Dermatologist for post-procedure skin, and so it has a lot of skincare ingredients in there like antioxidants and moisturizers, so it's going to keep your skin more hydrated. Now the R&R comes in 3 shades now, so if you have super fair skin or darker skin, you would be able to get a match for your skin in this one. The EltaMD only comes in 1 shade, kind of a medium shade, and then another sunscreen that I like to recommend that isn't tinted but is nice and hydrating and very lightweight on the skin is this Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Area Lift Daily Sunscreen. It's an SPF 50 PA++++. This is a Korean sunscreen, and it uses sunscreening ingredients that aren't available here in the United States that are much more soothing to the skin. They're not as irritating as the sunscreens we have here. So this has actually been a lifesaver for me. It's the first chemical sunscreen that I've really been able to use long-term on a daily basis that didn't irritate my skin. So this is really an amazing sunscreen if you're looking for a chemical sunscreen. And of course, I will link all these sunscreens in the info box below the video. Tip number 2 is to start using or keep using your retinoid. A lot of people stop using their retinoid when they're going on vacation to a sunny location or over the summer. So if you are someone who cut back over the summer, fall is a great time to re-up your retinoid use to every night, or if you had discontinued completely, to start easing in with it again. Fall is also a great time to introduce a retinoid if you're not using one already, because you might be seeing some new age spots or some new discolorations on your skin from the extra sun exposure that you did get over the summer. Even if you're super diligent with your sunscreen and keeping your face out of the sun, the days are longer, the sun is closer, you're outside more, it's just kind of inevitable that you're going to get a little bit more sun exposure. And so the effects of that sun exposure added age spots and things will be visible on your skin this time of year, and so retinoids can fight those. Retinoids cause the dead layer of skin to slough off more quickly, and as that skin sloughs off, it takes with it some of the top layers that contain that discoloration. And retinoids also work deeper in the skin to help build up more collagen and to protect the collagen that you already have. So retinoids are really great. If you've never used a retinoid before, a good place to start is with an over-the-counter retinoid. For over-the-counter retinoids, I recommend retinaldehyde over retinol, because retinaldehyde is one step closer to the kind of retinoid that really works best in our skin, which is tretinoin, but that is available only by prescription here in the United States. It's said to be 10 times weaker than the prescription version, but it's also going to be less irritating to your skin. So one that I really like a lot is from Naturium. It's their retinaldehyde cream serum. This is the 0.10%. It also comes in a 0.05%. That's the one that I would pick if you're a real beginner. But if you've used a retinoid before and you know that your skin's not going to be sensitive to it, then you could go ahead and use this 0.1%. And I use this every night on my neck because my neck is super sensitive, can't use a prescription retinoid there, and I've never had any irritation with this at all, and so it's a really great cream to start. If you're like me and you have a lifetime of accumulated sun damage and you want to go for the big guns, the heavy hitters, I definitely recommend that you go for a prescription tretinoin. The way that I get my tretinoin is from a service called Agency. I'm an ambassador for Agency, so this little portion of the video is going to be sponsored by Agency. But I love this service. It is an online service that you can get your prescription tretinoin without having to go see a doctor in person and then have it filled at a pharmacy. The way this works is that you upload a few pictures to their website, then you're set up one-on-one with a consultation with a skincare provider who recommends the mix of ingredients that go into your future formula. And they actually offer 2 different formulas with the service. You can get the future formula, which would contain your tretinoin plus 3 other active ingredients. They also offer a dark spot formula, which if you're noticing increased dark spots after the summertime, then this is a great product to add on because this will contain 4 more active ingredients that are specifically targeting dark spots in your skin. So my future formula contains tretinoin at 0.14%, azelaic acid at 5%, tranexamic acid at 5%, and niacinamide at 4%. And my dark spot formula currently contains azelaic acid at 10%, kojic acid at 4%, resveratrol at 1%, and EGCG green tea extract at 2%. And for the first, I want to say 6 months to a year, my dark spot formula contained hydroquinone, which is the gold standard ingredient that helps with discolorations. Hydroquinone really has to be handled very carefully in your skincare, and they will take all of the worry and all the guesswork out of using hydroquinone. So I had actually used hydroquinone years ago. I didn't see that much of a difference with my dark spots, and so I stopped using it. But this time, using it with the right instruction from my agency provider, I've had so much more success with it. So the combination of these two have really helped to reduce my age spots, to make my skin look so much younger, so much firmer. They've reduced my wrinkles, and my skin is so much healthier. And so I am a firm believer in using, at a minimum, tretinoin in your skincare, but if you also need it for those age spots that pop up in the fall, you can also add in the dark spot formula. You know, I kind of thought that at some point the improvements in my skin would just level off and taper off, but I haven't really seen that using these formulas because they do have so many great active ingredients in them that they've really helped to improve my skin, even though I'm way over 50. I mean, I only started on agency when I was like 59, but now I'm 61, and I've seen so many improvements in my skin just in the couple of years that I've been on this. It has really been amazing. So if you want to give agency a try, there's a link in the info box below the video. You can just go on the website, upload your pictures, and you'll be set up with your skincare provider for your one-on-one skincare consultation. All right, tip number 3 is to start adding in more hydrating using products now so that your skin is already kind of pre-hydrated going into the really, really dry winter months. So a couple of things that I recommend for that are adding in a lightweight serum like Love the Hydrator. This is a really lightweight, liquidy serum, so if you're not quite ready for a heavy-duty moisturizer just yet, you know, like your winter heavy, thick night cream, this is a really great thing to add now. You can add it in your morning or your evening skincare routine. I use it at night just because I like it to help keep my skin more hydrated overnight while I'm sleeping. This is a really amazing serum because it's got 3 active ingredients in it. It's got vitamin B5, it's got resveratrol, which is an antioxidant, and it's also got panthenol. Vitamin B5 is a humectant, so it binds water to your skin, and so it's going to definitely keep your skin hydrated by keeping more water on the surface, but the antioxidants and the panthenol in here will help to moisturize your skin and help to keep it healthier. So that's a great one to use. Or if you want to go for something that's more like a little bit of a heavier cream, but it's not going to be super heavy just yet. I like to save my super heavy creams for like the dead of winter, but this is a great cream to use in the fall because it's lightweight and it's almost like a hybrid gel cream. It's the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Cream, fragrance free, and this has such great ingredients in it. It's got glycerin, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, it's got a couple of peptides in there. So it's a multitasker. You know, everything that I love for my skincare routine is a multitasker, and they do multiple jobs. They have multiple skincare ingredients, multiple anti-aging ingredients, and so even though it's a moisturizer and it's going to keep your skin more hydrated, lock more water onto the surface of your skin, it's also going to be adding some other ingredients that your skin needs to be healthy, and so that you'll come out on the other side of the dry weather with your skin looking great instead of having your skin look like beat up over the course of the winter. So that's another thing that you can add in to help your skin stay hydrated this fall. Tip number 4 is specifically for people with more sensitive skin. If your skin tends to get a little bit more sensitive over the drier winter, fall months, then it's time to lay in your anti-irritation cream right now, because you don't want to put on that one turtleneck that irritates your skin that you've forgotten about, or start using a retinoid and have that irritate your skin a little bit and not be prepared with something to put on to calm and soothe your skin. So the product that I love the most for that is my Derma E Eczema Relief Cream. I always make sure that I have a couple of these on hand. Like, I'm almost a hoarder about it because irritation can happen like that, and you never know what's going to cause it, you know, especially if you try different things in your skincare routine and you hear, oh, use this because it's less irritating. Just because it's less irritating doesn't mean it's not irritating, and it still can cause some irritation. And that's how my neck actually ended up in the state that it's in, where it is almost always irritated by the skincare I use, and I can't really use my prescription retinoid there because when adapalene differin became available over the counter, it was touted as good as Retin-A but without the irritation. And so I got some and I started using it on my face and my neck every single night, and within a week, oh my gosh, my neck was just terribly red, cracked, burning, inflamed. And I was actually traveling the week that I was using it, and so I didn't have anything on hand. And so I didn't get back to my irritation cream until I got home, and I was suffering by then. I couldn't believe that I could cause that much irritation that quickly with something that was supposed to be less irritating, right? Well, I learned my lesson. Now I'll never start anything in that fast. Always ease in slowly with any new skincare that you're going to use, but always have your irritation cream on hand. There are a couple things that I used to like, but they're very thick and they're almost like diaper rash cream. But this is a much more usable cream because it's more lightweight. It's just like putting on a regular old moisturizer, but it soothes my irritated skin so quickly, like overnight. I put it on, next morning, my skin isn't irritated. So anyway, just always have your irritation cream on hand, especially going into the fall and winter months when your skin can be a little bit more prone to irritation. Tip number 5 is to start hydrating your skin from the inside out. So in September, I start taking a supplement every day that really helps to keep my skin moisturized, helps keep it hydrated, from the inside out, and that is my phytoceramides. So this is the brand that I use, Sports Research Phytoceramides. These are wheat-based, but if you have a wheat allergy, don't take these. You're going to need a rice-based phytoceramide, but these are amazing. I didn't know what to expect when I started taking these. I started taking these like 10 years ago, I want to say, because on Dr. Oz, they had said that it was like a facelift in a jar. And I was like, is it? I want to test that out and see if it is. So I started taking them. And while it wasn't a facelift in a jar, what it was a skin moisturizer in a capsule. So I couldn't believe the difference in my skin that first winter. You know, fortunately, I had started taking them like in September just as a coincidence. And usually every winter, my skin was so dry, so flaky. My back was so itchy. My hands, my fingers looked terrible, hangnails everywhere, fronts of my fingers. You know, like when I was folding laundry, the skin would catch on the clothes, like just so ridiculously dry because, of course, I live here in New England where it is dry in the winter, right? These made all the difference in the world. So I've been taking these now for 10 years and I will never be without them. The other thing, of course, related to that is to start drinking more water. If you don't drink your 6 or 8 or 10 glasses of water a day, start doing that. Start getting more hydration from the inside because that will also help your skin to stay more hydrated. And then my last 2 tips are not skincare things that you can do at home. These are things that you have to go out and see a doctor for. So the first one is to schedule your annual skin check with your dermatologist. After the summer is the perfect time to get your skin checked. Having your skin checked every year is really important, especially for people in my generation who grew up without sunscreen and were sun worshipers, and we would burn and then tan every summer. You know, I probably had like 50 sunburns over the course of my life, which increases the likelihood that I'm going to have skin cancer exponentially. So if you're from my generation, really smart to have a dermatologist, to go see them once a year for your skin check, because, you know, skin cancer can be deadly. And even if it's not deadly, it's good to catch them early. It can also be very disfiguring. The current skin cancer remedy is surgery, is to remove them surgically. And so you can end up with all kinds of scars on your face or any place that you're going to get skin cancer. So skin cancer is no joke. So definitely schedule your visit with your dermatologist today if you can, or start the process of finding a dermatologist and scheduling your annual skin check, and then make that a habit to do every fall. And tip number 7 is to book your laser treatments for the fall and winter if you are going to get a laser treatment. Now, this isn't something that everyone is going to want to do or everyone is going to be into. If you're not the kind of person who would ever even think about getting an IPL, a BBL, a laser treatment for your skin, then this section obviously is not going to be for you. But for other people, you know, dermatologists actually call fall laser season because they really don't recommend getting any kind of lasering done to your skin over the summer when you are at your peak UVA and UVB season. So they really recommend starting any lasering that you're going to get in the fall and doing them fall or winter. And doing a laser treatment in the fall can really help to erase some of that sun damage that you accumulated over the summer. The other reason to do them in the fall and the winter is that after treatment, you really have to protect your skin from the sun. So that's another reason not to get it done during the summer. And in the fall and the winter, it's much easier to protect your skin from the sun because the days are shorter, the sun is farther away, you're not outside as much. And so your skin is just naturally protected from the rays of the sun. Definitely invest in sunscreen, have that ready to go, and remember to use it all fall and all winter, especially if you have gotten a lasering, because if you spent a couple $1,000s to get those age spots and sunspots removed, then you don't want to just invite them right back onto your skin by exposing your skin to the sun. And the added bonus of doing it now is that then your skin will be all recovered and you'll look fresh and glowy and dewy for the holidays. There are lots of different lasers and light treatments that you can get done. I've had 2 of them done. I had a series of 4 IPLs. That's intense pulsed light, which is not a laser. I had that done 10 years ago and I did videos on it, so if you want to check that, I'll link that up above. And I've also had Fraxel Dual done. I had it done once on my face like 8 years ago, I want to say, and I had it done twice on my neck and chest. So if you want to take a look at those videos to see what those lasers about, maybe that could help to steer you in one direction or the other. So those are 2. I'm actually interested in having a halo laser done on my neck because, you know, not being able to use the tretinoin on my neck. My neck is definitely falling behind my face. Can't have anything done now because I'm still testing the neuro laser, and I'll be done with that beginning of November, so in just a few weeks. So I really am starting to think of getting some kind of a light treatment done this fall or winter, but this is definitely the time to do it if you're thinking of it. So those are my fall skincare tips to keep your skin glowing and radiant and beautiful and healthy all through the fall and winter season. If you want more in-depth tips about how to keep your skin hydrated over the winter, I did a video last winter with all my really super hardcore tips, and I'll link that video for you on the end plate so you can hop over and watch that one. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.